welcome to another episode of the Dark Match. I am but one of four humble hosts, Ironbite. With me is...
The Arrow, again, bringing you the greatest in sports entertainment.
I am the gatekeeper of digital hell, Mega Fighter Free.
And I am your foxy friend Backlash, and it is time once again for What is Iron Sheik tweeting now?
Yeah.
I watched the LeBron, I watched the Kobe. If I want, I beat the living fuck out of both of them, make them cry like Virgil. Still, I respect them.
Wait, what?
Always with the Virgil.
Oh, God.
Anyone else already over Iron Sheik?
No. Never.
Never.
Not?
Never.
Same old shit?
Iron
That's
Sheik
your
continues to be delightfully insane. And
I don't care if it's the same old shit. Anyone who's this insane is entertaining every goddamn time.
Yeah, he's admitted it, he's just working.
The fact that he's this insane and nobody has sent him to a mental asylum yet, you know?
It's because he's working. It's not real.
Yeah.
How can he 1 week just say he hates the Jews, then next week say, I don't care if this guy's a Jew?
Anywho, hey guys, we got Raw and SmackDown for this episode. Yay!
Yes.
I don't care. I honestly didn't care. Well, I liked the latter half.
These are actually good shows to
I liked the latter half of Raw, and SmackDown was good, but the first half of Raw was kind of crap.
I don't know. I enjoyed it.
I mean, well, okay, the beginning of Raw, I mean, come on, you get to see Mick Foley.
Well,
That's
actually, the first thing we see is the token mention of Martin Luther King, because
yeah,
it's Martin Luther King Day, and they're kind of obligated to do it. And believe me, there will in no way be any other mention of this throughout the show.
yeah, there usually isn't on these type of holidays. It's like,
well, it's still
whatever.
more than 95% of other TV shows did.
That is true. That is true. I will say this about the WWE: when they're if a holiday does fall on one of their televised events, like a Raw or a SmackDown, they will actually, give some mention to it, because why not? It's instant publicity. But after that, Martin Luther King. Yeah, after the Martin Luther King Jr. tribute, who will come out but Mama Foley's baby boy, Mick Foley. And, yeah. You know what? Mick Foley gets the cheap pop for mentioning the hometown, and basically he's announcing that, like Martin Luther King, he has a dream. And that dream is to win the Royal Rumble. And he's going to do it. He's going to enter, folks.
Well, shit, if Hacksaw Jim Duggan could do it, so can Mick Foley.
Wasn't Hacksaw in, like, the prime of his career? Not
He was the first one to win, it was a 20-man, and people booed the event because they didn't understand what the fuck was going on.
Oh, yeah, well, you know what, yeah, anyways. But, this brings out Vicky Guerrero with an excuse me.
And Dolph Ziggler, don't forget, he cut a great promo.
Oh, yeah.
It was, I mean, Dolph Ziggler and Vicky Guerrero, teaming up Dolph Ziggler with Vicky Guerrero was someone's last act of genius, because Vicky comes off as this shrill bitch of an old woman, and Dolph's like, hey, I'm cool. Yeah, well, you know what? That's great. And after Dolph basically says, you're just taking a spot from one of the younger wrestlers with who had this dream, and you're just going to get eliminated. But me, I'm not going to be in the Royal Rumble, but I'm going to beat CM Punk, because I beat him with help from John Laurinaitis distracting him, and I then beat John Cena, who got me also counted out. Wait a second here.
Actually, no. Cena ran away from him awkwardly, but he still beat him. The point he's making is, because he's a bad guy, is that he won. That's all he cares about. It doesn't matter how, he won.
Yeah,
That's his point. So trying to take away his victories and basically saying he's no good because of that is asinine on your part.
No, it's basic heel logic. Like, oh, I win. It doesn't matter how I won. I'm still the better man somehow.
Exactly. And then he just cuts into Mick Foley. And Mick fires back. Mick fires back by saying that he's not in it to he's not in it to just be in. He's in it to win it, which brings back terrible American Idol memories from last season, which I didn't really watch, but people in my household did, and I don't want to talk.
Right. You didn't watch it.
No, I didn't watch it. I just kind of was around, and all I remember was the words "in it to win it."
Yeah.
I don't know who won, but
Sure.
I'm sure they're going to be famous, unlike me.
Well,
Or
anyway,
you.
after,
American Idol winners being famous. Good luck.
Yes, because Ruben stuttered and
So
Doc.
they have like a 50% success rate. That's more than you have.
No. American Idol's basically turned into NXT. If you win it, you'll be remembered for all of 5 minutes.
See, you got a record deal.
Yeah, then you get like one record and then you're gone.
Hot 40 station. Ooh.
Just because you don't listen to it doesn't mean that people aren't listening to it.
You know what? Okay, moving on.
Yeah,
After, Ziggler basically says if Mick Foley were to main event WrestleMania, it would be a very sad day for the WWE. This brings out CM Punk.
Okay, if you forget my favorite line from Dolph's promo, if Mick Foley enters the Rumble, it'll just be, oh, his kids will be like, oh, Daddy's in the Rumble. Oh, there he goes over the top rope.
Actually, no.
Then kids will go to school, and I can't remember the exact line. It's like, your kids will go to school, and they're like, time to go back to school again. Hopefully we don't get beat up, and maybe Dad didn't eat our lunches this time.
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah. When CM Punk comes out, and this actually calls back to what Dolph said about Mick Foley eating his kids' lunches. Vicky Guerrero actually says something to the end between the anorexic and the morbidly obese. The anorexic guy, of course, referring to CM Punk, who looks at her, then lifts up his shirt and mouths, "I'm anorexic."
That's probably just a jab that Punk isn't really the big muscly guy that WWE likes to put out there.
Yeah,
they love doing those insider terms with him lately.
Yeah, in fact, Punk was actually talking about how him and Mick Foley are a lot alike because they don't fit in the mold. They don't try to fit in; they just try to be themselves. And after he takes some shots at both Vicky Guerrero, Dolph Ziggler, and Mr. John Laurinaitis, who would come out but
Johnny Ace motherfuckers
himself.
Yep. And in case you guys didn't know, because before tonight, I didn't know either, but apparently John Laurinaitis is the executive vice president of talent relations and the interim Raw general manager.
Well,
I always thought he was some sort of like popcorn vendor.
He's also Mr. Excitement.
Yeah, and then Mick, he also says, "You know what? I'm going to think about letting you compete in the Royal Rumble, Foley. Beat. You can't compete in the Royal Rumble." And to end this segment, Vicky Guerrero gets in Mick Foley's face and just starts laughing, and it was kind of creepy.
It's basically just, you're not in the Rumble.
It was great though. That's why people
I'm
like
not
Vicky.
gonna argue that.
No, I'm not saying it wasn't great or anything. I'm just saying it was a really creepy and weird way to end that segment. But then again, since but the fact of the matter is, the thing is, I guess they had to do it some way because they still have yet to give John Laurinaitis his own theme music.
That could be his gimmick, though. He's so bland, he doesn't even deserve one.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyways, moving on from this, we cut backstage and we see Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston, but they don't appear to have their tag team title belts. There's a reason.
No! What happened?
There's a reason for this. They lost them to Epico and Primo at a house show.
Oh no! How could this be? Why would this happen? Oh no!
Wait.
I feel like I'm reporting late news.
Yeah, I know, I am too. But maybe this is all a ploy to get people to get into the house shows more, because this just proves anything could. No, Evan Bourne fucked up.
Yeah, and it's not like they couldn't have just done this tonight because they have a rematch next. I mean, did that make too much sense? Or maybe want to get the belts off?
They just wanted to suspend Bourne as fast as they could.
Yeah,
but Bourne was on the show tonight.
Well, right. So if they would have dropped the titles, they would have had to do a rematch.
No,
at some point later on.
They can
bullshit. Yes, they do.
No, they can bullshit their way out of that.
Don't say that. Don't say
that. But this match was, if this is Evan Bourne's swan song, yeah, okay, it was nice. Just so I know, are both Epico and Primo using the backstabber as their finisher?
Yeah, they're colognes. It's their official It's their official finisher.
Okay.
All right, so it's a cologne thing.
So it's a Cologne family tradition. All right, so
I thought one of them used the code. I thought one of them was using the code breaker, and then the other one hits a backstabber, and it was kind of.
Yeah, that's what they debuted with. But I'm pretty sure if there's just like one of them in the ring, they just do that.
I'm pretty sure Chris Jericho told whoever was using the code breaker to knock it the fuck off, though.
Well, yeah, right. As soon as he came back, they probably put the kibosh on it.
Yeah, but basically it's It was basically just, I mean, it's Air Boom loses the title, and so loses again. Evan Bourne suspended. But you know what, guys? I don't really care about that because Rosamenda is shaking her hips.
Too bad she has an obnoxious tattoo on the side of her body for some reason.
Don't fucking care.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's like, it's just like, knowing that it's there, it just creeps me the fuck out. For the longest time, I thought it was like an unsightly birthmark.
Hey, Arrow!
What, am I ruining your party again?
Yeah. Anyway.
Give yourself a raspy
Ironbite, put your pants on.
Anyways, the match is very short, very uneventful. Epico and Primo.
It was a glorified burial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But after this match, we move on to something much better because we got John Laurinaitis backstage with David Otunga, and Laurinaitis says he's turning the main event into a six-man tag match, and it's going to be Otunga, Ziggler, and Mark Henry versus CM Punk, Daniel Bryan, and then the camera pans over, and then there's Chris Jericho.
This man.
And then there's Chris Jericho, and he's like, "Hey, check out my coat," and he turns the lights off and sparkly.
Well, he doesn't actually say, "Hey, check out my coat." He just smiles, lights off.
He doesn't need to say it.
Well, okay, here's something else before this actually happened, and I guess none of our results are actually saying this. David Otunga comes in and gives John Laurinaitis a manila envelope. This will be important in about, 10 minutes. And I say 10 minutes because there's a commercial break involved. And David Otunga just smiles, and John Laurinaitis smiles, and John Laurinaitis puts it in his pocket, and then Jericho comes in. So what's going on with that? Well, after we get to commercial, we cut to Josh Matthews in the back with Zack Ryder and Eve. And Josh asks Zack if, "Hey, are you cleared to wrestle tonight?" "No." Zack's like, "No, but I'm going to do it anyways because I'm not going to forfeit my title."
I'm fighting champ.
You have 30 days before that even comes into effect. You can take the week off. No! You're losing the title, aren't you?
Dumbass. But but following this promo, we get a very long video package to pad out the episode of the last 2 weeks of this whole Kane bullshit of Zack Ryder almost getting dragged to hell. Then the nonsense last week with the car getting the flat tire and how Ryder's ribs got bruised. And that's really one of the big problems I had, along with the next match which we'll get to in just a second. This show is very padded. And I feel like that's going to be a lot of. And I thought last week's Raw was rather padded too.
Last week's Raw was bullshit. This one was fine. They need video packages because some people don't watch every week, and that's the truth.
Well, yeah, I understand. I understand you need video packages. They just didn't need to recap the whole thing. You could just say you could have just hit the highlights, not every little thing that was said last week. Like they had to show everything he did with Eve. They had to show the whole setup of the match that Eve had with Kane, which was bullshit. They had to show the entirety of that stupid segment where he changed a tire.
Well, they didn't show the entire thing. They showed a clip of him without the jack, and then they cut to a clip of him with the jack.
Kind of like what they did last week.
But the thing is, I think it's important that they have to show the part of the Eve match, and then Zack running in, because if they don't, then it's just like, well, why the fuck were they out of the car? Especially with Eve and ring gear of all things.
Well, yeah, but I don't think they needed to show that Zack Ryder getting dragged to hell again. They probably didn't need the stuff where he's talking with his dad.
They could have just cut the stuff from 2 weeks ago, and it would have been a shorter and more bearable package.
I didn't mind it. I thought this Raw was good, because I'm not a lamer.
We're not arguing that the Raw was bad. We're just arguing that there are parts that they could have done better.
Somebody think the first half sucked.
Well, you know what? This video package did show, everybody, hey, this is what happened the last 2 weeks, because we really have nothing else.
Who really gives a damn about the video package? Let's talk about the fucking match.
This was swagger.
Squash match.
No. It wasn't really a squash
match.
In fact, I'd say it made Swagger look worse than Ryder, because Ryder was able to kick out of his finisher twice with busted ribs.
Yes.
They busted ribs, but still.
And then, I know we were overlooking this match because it's a swagger match, but afterwards, when we go to the back and Eve and Zack are with the trainer, and the trainer's going, hey, what's going on? Does this hurt? Yes, this hurts. And Johnny Ace, motherfucker, comes in and goes, Zack, I'm so sorry. I just found out you weren't medically cleared. Great. Go vacate.
If he was long, he'd overturn the title change.
Title, and then we'll have a United States Championship match at the Royal Rumble. Do your fucking job. No, I can't do that. That would make sense. My bad. And as Eve starts to tell off Johnny Ace, he's like, you shut your mouth, Eve. No! You shut your fucking mouth, Johnny Ace. You want to appear to be impartial? You want to appear to be, you're doing your damn job rather than being a full-out douchebag asshole? Go vacate that match, you motherfucker.
Wow, somebody's a mark.
Fuck you. Fuck
Truth
you.
hurts.
Fuck you. I've been saving this up for a week. All right?
Why are you mad at Johnny Ace?
I'm mad at the flip-flop GMs.
I missed that. What was that? You're mad at the GMs?
Basically, I can see what he's bitching about.
No, I understand when he's mad, but that's the storyline.
No. Because back when Mark Henry was not medically cleared to wrestle and Daniel Bryan cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase on him, they overturned the match and said, no, you can't have the title. He's not cleared to wrestle.
Right.
So, but now they're just saying, no, you lost the title. Too bad.
That's the GM's discretion. If the GM's a heel, like, say, I don't know, Johnny Ace, he's not going to overturn a heel's victory, especially when he made the match.
Arrow, I am trying to throttle your Skype avatar right now. It's not working.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Moving on. They'll kill each other.
This is stupid, but we're going to get even more stupid because...
I'm not killing.
Oh, what's next?
Perez Hilton. That's all I need to say.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, this was where it got really bad because it's Alicia Fox and Kelly versus the Bella Twins with Perez Hilton as special guest ring announcer. Nobody cares. Nobody in wrestling knows who the fuck Perez Hilton is.
That was the okay. You know what?
He is.
You know what? as much I don't like Perez Hilton. I don't think he should be famous or whatever the fuck he is. This wasn't awful. He did a fine job ring announcing. He played a part in the match that was stupid. He took an awful bump. It was a diva segment. I'm not gonna get angry or upset about it.
No, it's just annoying. That's really what it is. It was an
You know,
annoying.
the fact of the matter is, he probably did slightly bump the ratings for a moment.
Yeah, 3 people came to watch the match when he was on.
You have no idea how many people read stupid blog, do you, Mega Fighter?
He's a blogger?
Yeah,
That's what he's saying. Oh my fucking god.
He's a celebrity blogger that basically takes news from TMZ, then goes into MS Paint, and then takes pictures from TMZ, and he writes over it with white color, a white paintbrush, and makes it look like semen is dripping from their lips, and then writes captions.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's
Oh, and
famous
also,
and we're not.
yeah. Let's move on to something else.
I feel your pain too, dude.
All right. So moving right along, we've got a R-Truth segment, which is quickly turned into a Wade Barrett segment.
Loved it.
Yes, this was awesome because Truth is talking to little Jimmy, and little Jimmy is on his shoulder.
He was?
Yes, he was.
This is the part where the show turned around for me.
Yeah, it really. I mean, Wade Barrett cuts a beautiful promo about how he's going to win the Royal Rumble, and then R-Truth goes, "Hello, Governor. Hold on, I'm gonna act him. Has anybody ever told you that you talk funny?" And then he says, we're across the street from Disneyland, and he went there this morning, and he put a smile on his face. And he wants to show Wade his trip. So they go to some Photoshop pictures of Truth with various Disney characters. And finally, we get to Pinocchio. And Truth asked him a question. And I say asked him because that's what he said. He asked him, who's going to win the Royal Rumble? And Pinocchio told him that Wade Barrett's going to win the Royal Rumble. And then his nose grew. Literally.
I'm not even sure that's PG.
And the Photoshop picture of Truth was shocked. Shocked at the growing nose.
Yes. And then Truth said, "And that's the truth? The whole truth? The nothing but, oh, hi, Miz. Are you attacking me from behind?"
Yes, teleporting Miz.
Literally, it was teleporting Miz. Miz just comes from the next dimension and starts attacking Truth. And Wade Barrett starts, goes, "Okay, whatever. Let me attack you too." Bump up. Oh, here comes Sheamus. And Sheamus and Truth toss Wade and Miz out. And then this brings out Teddy Long.
Hold on, player. Because suddenly we've time traveled and it's Friday and we're watching SmackDown. I don't know what the hell's going on here.
On Tuesday.
And so Teddy Long comes out and says, "John Laurinaitis is a little busy, so I'm going to take charge. And since we got 4 people in that ring, we're going to have ourselves a Royal Rumble preview match."
An over-the-top rope challenge because the words Battle Royal are banned.
Yeah, I bet you guys thought I bet you thought Teddy Long was going to say tag match, weren't you?
I seriously thought it was a tag team match. I saw 4 people in the ring. I was just like, I was thinking, oh my god, Teddy Long's here, fucking tag team match, and I don't like Teddy Long at all. I fucking hate him.
Well, for an over-the-top rope battle royal, this match was actually pretty good.
Yeah, Truth wins it.
But Teddy Long only knows 4 words: holla, play, and tag team.
He also knows The Undertaker or Randy Orton. Those are also words in his vocabulary.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what? Truth wins, and then Miz eats the Baroque kick for whatever reason.
The broom kick.
And then we get a stare down between R-Truth and Sheamus. And they're like, "I'll see you at the Rumble, fella."
Okay. Hey, I got little Jimmy wants to say this, but you talk funny. So we go back to the back, and John.
You didn't even say R-Truth won.
Yes, we did.
I heard I heard Sheamus bro kicked Miz. Then we go to the back.
We said R-Truth won right before that. Move
Well,
on.
why would you go back?
R-Truth wins. Moving on. We get backstage, and John Cena is screaming at Laurinaitis, basically saying, like, "Oh, you screwed him out of the U.S. title." And Laurinaitis says, "Oh, you've got a match with Kane at the Rumble." That doesn't have shit to do with anything, but whatever. But up next, we've got Swagger.
Tells us there's another match at the Royal Rumble. That's what it does.
Yeah.
Jack Swagger is going to be taking on John Cena, and this is not a match.
It made Jack Swagger look even worse.
This is John Cena and a steel chair. That's what this match is.
Destroying Jack Swagger. And you want to know something that I did not mention this during the Zack Ryder squashing Jack Swagger, even though he lost. During the commentary, Michael Cole was like, "Man, Zack Ryder should have just forfeited. Zack Ryder should have just forfeited." Zack Ryder it was like listening to Arrow.
What?
You heard me. I'm now comparing you to Michael Cole, you party pooper.
Then you're literally retarded. Congratulations, you can join Mega Fighter over in the corner.
Fuck you. That corner smells. I'm going to get my own corner with blackjack and hookers and blow. In fact,
yeah, hookers will never stand by you. Not even hookers will touch you.
If we all ever get into the same room with each other, we're just going to kill each other, aren't we?
I think we're all just going to converge on Arrow because he's the first to die.
I think you would actually.
You're not one to talk, Mega Fighter.
Yeah, seriously.
Anyway. When I piss people off, it's actually pretty funny to some people.
No, literally.
Called you.
It would probably come down to me and Tiefus.
Are we really plotting out the dark
against Tiefus
now?
And eat his heart to gain his powers.
The only reason he'd have a chance is because he's got military training.
Anyways, so Cena is just taking apart Jack Swagger and is about to kill him with the steel steps when Kane's pyro and music erupts. And he says, "That's it, Cena. Embrace the hate." And all I could think of was, good. Embrace the dark side.
See, the thing is, this would have been good except for two things. One, Jack Swagger. One, Lordy looked like a bitch because Ryder kicked out of his finisher twice, and he took 3 to finish him off. And then the fact Cena's pissed because his little buddy lost his title. Oh no. And so he's angry, and then he's going to beat up the guy who took his title from him. He beat up an injured guy because he's a bastard, like the Big Show. And then so Cena's giving it the hate. I'm like, they're doing this right. They're doing this right. And overall, I thought it was fine. It got the point across, except for it kind of killed Swagger even more than he's already dead. He's like Drew McIntyre, but still has screen time.
Yeah.
But then Kane comes on the screen. Really, all Kane should have done is just something like just laughed or something like that. He went on like a 2-minute speech, and I was just like, we don't need this. You're doing too much here. It needs to be a little simpler, more streamlined. Because it's like they think people are too stupid that it just all needs to be explained for them. They should have done something like with the envelope, where they just see Otunga passing an envelope to Ace, and he's like, "I'll deal with this in a moment," or whatever.
Right.
And then he comes back and he's just like, "Oh, I did not know." And there's just some stuff that show don't tell.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you on that one. Show don't tell. But
I thought I was an idiot.
You are, but you do have some points. Mega Fighter can. I mean, you're never mind. So we go to commercial. We come back next, and guys,
somebody call my mama.
It's time for the only Funkasaurus in captivity.
He's in captivity.
To do his thing. It's Brodus Clay versus JTG.
You know, I had very vocally been expressing my dislike of Brodus Clay, and this is exactly what they needed to do with a guy like this. I fucking love this gimmick.
I do too. It is the greatest gimmick I've ever seen for a fat man. I mean, before this, what was his gimmick? He was a monster. He was a monster who would kill a bitch dead. Now he's this goofy, prancing.
He's Rikishi.
Yeah, he's Rikishi with about a third of the talent.
We don't know because he's only been in squash matches for the past 11 weeks.
Yeah.
But so I mean, Brodus Clay kills JTG dead with the funk it.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that.
Well,
Yeah,
Michael,
it's not a good name.
So
I know. He took names off Twitter just like Big Show did for the stupid knockout punch, which was fine just to call it the freaking knockout punch. But now it's WMD.
I do like that. I do like WMD, but
it's not bad. But I thought it was fine. And then
have we even mentioned who Brodus Clay was facing?
He was facing GG jobs to guys.
Yeah, a member of the mid card.
He's not part of the mid card mafia. He's black, so he doesn't get in.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And apparently, Tyler Rex apparently has a lot of heat backstage over those stupid cartoons after the second episode that featured Michael Cole.
Yeah, but we'll be seeing Brodus again on SmackDown.
But we'll talk about that on SmackDown because
I guess the only thing I just want to hit on is that I did like the monster gimmick. It's just the only problem that happened was they gave that gimmick to Mark Henry, and they can't have two monsters running around.
It's not a bad idea to give a guy a monster gimmick, but it's just kind of generic for a guy like him.
Well, there's only so many gimmicks you can give to a big guy because they're not mobile. They can't do flip-a-magoos that the little Jimmys like.
Well, here's the thing about giving the monster gimmick to a guy like Brodus Clay. It's predictable. It's like, okay.
It was good.
Yeah, but sometimes I want a little variety, and this is just perfect. It's like it's a combination of The Godfather.
It's grown on me, and I'm coming to accept it more so. I wasn't really opposed to it. I was very disappointed. I was all built up for it. I was like, this is it. We're gonna get to see him like fucking just destroy people and snap them, and then here comes the dancing guy with Melina versus Alicia Fox girl and Naomi Knight from NXT season 3, the girl who should have won, but too bad she's black, so we have to give it to Caitlyn, who's untalented and hasn't had like more than 3 matches.
Wow, really? You're really hitting all the racist notes today.
I'm not racist, but obviously Vince has some racial overtones.
Okay, Arrow, if you ever say the phrase
I'm not racist. Yeah, I'm not retarded. I've heard that phrase so many times. But the fact of the matter is, I'm not gonna beat around the bush when I'm talking about this bullshit.
Oh God.
The reason why there's only been one black champion in all of WWF, and he was half Samoan.
Are you done?
Yeah, no, I'm done. I haven't said anything.
Okay. All right, let's move on. Brodus Clay wins, of course, and we get a commercial break, and then we have Daniel Bryan coming out to give us an update on AJ Lee's condition. We see the video package from when Show ran her over on SmackDown, and basically he tries to put over that she's almost dead, more or less.
Yeah, that pretty much. I mean, I know what they said. I really do know what they said when he said she's got a spinal injury. But the way he said it, it sounded like the injury was much lower.
He said the cervix.
Yes.
Yeah.
He meant cervical. He said cervical. And
whatever.
That's because I'm immature. Anyway, this was a great heel promo for Daniel Bryan.
If this was TNA, she'd be back next week.
Yeah. In a neck brace.
Because those bitches are tough.
All right.
Yes. But
he cuts a great promo, and we get to our match, and Chris Jericho's the next person to come out, and he's basically doing his shtick where he's going around the ring going, "Yeah, come on, baby!" And we cut to commercial.
Yeah.
And when we come back, his music is still going off, and everyone else has come out already.
Keeps doing it. Doesn't CM Punk come out, and then he's still doing it?
Was out.
No.
Otunga was out. Mark Henry was out.
Well, the heels enter first.
No, the heels didn't enter first. Daniel Bryan and Chris Jericho were the first two out. We go to commercial during Chris Jericho's celebration with the audience, which he even stops to take pictures with them. And then we come back, and the heels are in.
And he's still going. He's still doing his little dance.
Still going, yeah, baby, come on! Woo!
And this will get even better during the match.
But so out comes Punk, and we're starting to set to take things off, and it's quite obvious Mark Henry is not going to actually get into this match, ever.
Yeah, there actually comes a point where Jericho gets tagged in, and he does his shtick again. Like, yeah, baby, come on, let me hear it. You want to see it? You want to see it? You want to see it? Okay, I'm gone. And he tags in Daniel Bryan, and he just leaves.
He's like, yeah, that was good. That was good. That was a good match. Good match. I'm glad.
You know what's funny about this was that Otunga had to sell for like 30 seconds from like a bulldog. I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't like say a finisher or something.
He's used to it, but it was actually the elbow drop, the Randy Savage elbow drop that Punk uses.
Okay.
Yeah, but this was kind of, I mean, it was interesting, but eventually Mark Henry manages to finally get in the ring, and Daniel Bryan makes the save, and Henry's like, "Oh, I'm gonna hit you with the world's largest, strongest slam," but Bryan's like, "Nope, to the outside," and oh, my knee, it hurts. Let me hobble up the ramp. Oh, thank you, Mark Henry, for helping me out to get up the ramp. And now it's 2-on-1. Well, really, it's 1-on-1 because the David Otunga count.
Hey, he's been on a roll. 1-on-1, he's undefeated recently.
Yes.
I think that's wrong.
He beat Santino. He's got a win streak going into this match.
What about his 1-on-1 matches with the Big Show?
Those were a while ago, and Randy Orton. Those were a while ago. But
they were last month.
Yeah.
So this, it's looking bad.
It's a new year, new beginnings.
It's looking bad for Punk, but all of a sudden the hardcore legend comes out, and Mick Foley is the new tag team partner per Johnny Ace's orders. And you know what? Mick Foley still is looking pretty good. He's a little rusty.
Pretty good. He looked awful.
No. Like, this is basically the same thing like when they had Diesel in the Rumble last year. This is how you do a nostalgia bomb. A guy shows up and he does his moveset for like a short time, and we get to be like, yeah, Mick Foley, we love Mick Foley. That's how you do it.
I love Mick, but
that's pretty much how you
doesn't
do.
Look good.
Well, you know what? That's your opinion.
I'm not gonna say. Well, he does need to be in better shape. Obviously, he looks a little too fat right now.
Yeah,
I know Mick Foley's always been fat, and I'm not expecting like early '90s Mick Foley, if anything. No, I'm not expecting that. But I mean, right now, he's looking frumpier than ever.
But
I'm not saying he doesn't have the right to be. He doesn't need to be wrestling anymore if he doesn't want to. One more match, I think you should give it to him.
Yeah, what I kind of think that they might do with how many people are going to be injured going into the Rumble, like not just Randy Orton, but all the other guys that they were planning to put in, I'd have Mick Foley come out in the Rumble as all four personas of him. Like first you bring out Dude Love, then you bring out Cactus Jack, you bring out Mankind, and then finally Mick Foley comes out to, I don't know, eliminate Dolph Ziggler.
Guys, just before we go on, as of this recording, Maurice was born today.
Yay, she's hot.
Moving on.
Yay.
So the team of Mick Foley, Chris Jericho, Daniel Bryan, and CM Punk wins via Mr. Sacco, but this brings out, who would have guessed it, but
Johnny Ace, motherfuckers.
Yeah, and he says, Mick Foley, you were never the legal man in this match. I'm sorry, but I've got to overturn the referee's decision. Where were you?
This is why you're supposed to hate the man.
Well, no,
I'm glad their plan for Johnny Ace is working with you.
No. This isn't like earlier when he screwed Ryder out of the title. It would have been logical for him to come out and stop the match.
Yeah, it would have been logical for him to go, no, wait, Mick Foley, you're not participating. I never gave you my. This match is over. I'm throwing this match out. And
Or
Bobby Roode
CM Punk is disqualified.
Instead,
just him.
Decision go. But you know what? No, I bet he thought. I bet he thought that Mick Foley was just going to lose. But it kind of backfired. But whatever. So this leads as Johnny Ace gets in the ring. He's got the mic. CM Punk just grabs the mic out of his hand and is like, "You're just jealous of me. 'Cause you know what? You might have had the look, but you sucked as a wrestler. That is not true. Johnny Ace did give us the Ace Crusher, which, birthed several other moves.
Somebody would have figured out.
He still gave us, he gave us the move that gave birth to the Stunner, RKO, Diamond Cutter.
He did not invent the Stunner. That was Michael Hayes invented the Stunner.
We could argue about this for a long time.
But I don't want to.
But the point of this promo, it's basically the completely awesome CM Punk promo that he always cuts. Like, you could never be as awesome as me. I'm destined to be a legend in this company, and you'll be forgotten.
This was a fantastic promo. It was very well said.
Granted,
the thing is, good thing that none of the audience has ever watched any All Japan tapes, because Johnny Ace was over like a motherfucker over there. And he's actually been part of 2 5-star matches, pretty much the same as Punk.
By the way, just so you know, for this promo, both Punk and Foley were fined $1,500 for going off script.
They were?
Yeah.
If that really affects any of their pocketbooks.
No, it doesn't. But,
that's like finding Taker and Triple H for the chair shot at WrestleMania.
I'll get fined, but who cares?
Whatever, it's a great spot.
I'm getting twice as much for appearing.
No. So after Punk leaves, after going, oh, I'm gonna hit you. That's gonna be 2 for flinching. John Laurinaitis grabs the mic and it really introduces himself. Says, "My name is Mr. John Laurinaitis. I am the Executive Vice President of Talent Relations and soon to be the permanent GM of Raw. Snipers, take your shot. Snipers, take your shot. And I refuse to be intimidated by Punk." And Foley's like, "Oh, just admit it. You're gonna screw Punk. You're nothing but a kick-ass. Come on, you're gonna screw him."
Damn right, I'm gonna screw him.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. He's tired of being pushed around and bullied, and he's not gonna be intimidated. And oh yeah, here's a microphone to the head. And Mick Foley's like, "What the fuck was that?"
I was really hoping he'd give him the Ace Crusher.
I know, but
I was so hoping.
But now
I was hoping.
Now, before we move on to SmackDown, while I will admit that this whole promo here with both Punk and Ace was pretty good.
Yeah, this is probably the most interesting you're ever going to see out of Laurinaitis.
Yeah. Now, while I did say I did enjoy Laurinaitis in this, what I want to see next Monday is a scene where Otunga comes up to Laurinaitis and says, "I'm sorry, sir. Mick Foley's suing you for assault. Zack Ryder's suing you for negligence.
Unsafe work environment."
Yeah, unsafe work environment.
You're bringing logic into it. There's no place for
I know.
that.
Let me have one more logic bomb before we move on.
I don't think they ever.
If you interfere in the match, you're fired. Pretty much. There, we're done.
Mick Foley, network representative.
Yeah, but with this, we might be building up to a Mick Foley, John Laurinaitis feud that might culminate in WrestleMania.
We're just building a Punk Laurinaitis feud.
Well, no, I can kind of see where they might go with that. Like, it's pretty obvious that they're not going to give Ziggler the belt. It'll probably go to Laurinaitis takes a bump, Mick Foley comes out, puts on a referee shirt, and counts the pin.
They're mimicking the Stone Cold McMahon of the 90s. It's obvious. But Eventually this might culminate with Ace actually doing a match. I mean, he's not that old. He's not completely out of shape. So
I don't know.
I mean, from what I've heard on from listening to Lance Storm, Lance apparently actually likes Johnny Ace. And he gets a lot more shit than he deserves apparently. But I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would be pissed off at the guy who fired them. So somebody has to do it. But yeah, I like this. Damn it. I like this promo a lot. It was good. I thought Punk came off well. Eventually, this will probably lead to Punk giving the GTS to Johnny Ace eventually.
Or just locking him in the Anaconda device and refusing to let
that'll probably be the more likely of the two. But I'm sure Punk would love to give him the GTS.
That gets Johnny Ace off our TV for months, and then nobody remembers him, and moving on to SmackDown.
I hope that doesn't become the new Orton head punt.
Yeah.
I kind of do, because I enjoy.
You don't like Johnny Ace. We get this.
I like a submission taking someone out for months on end than a slight kick to the head.
Well, see, the thing is, the Anaconda Vice is an arm wrench, so that would just mean he'd just keep his arm in a sling.
Not if the arm. Yeah, well, still, you know what? I'm just going off of what I like. Anywho, guys, it's time for Sin City SmackDown.
AKA the best wrestling program nationally televised during the week.
Yeah. You know what? Sin City SmackDown was all right. I thought it gave us some comedy bits. It gave us. I mean, I actually do like the concept of
Roulette, really?
a roulette wheel determining matches, because it adds an element of chaos. I know everything's predetermined and everything, but
yeah, it's just like my favorite thing. My favorite thing on the wheel is when they have the blast from the past match, but let's say the match is already booked. What happens then? A triple threat match featuring Sergeant Slaughter.
but again,
He's like he is literally the go-to legend. They got no one else.
Well, they have Mick Foley in the company now.
Yeah, I suppose they could do Mick now, but I'm thinking just like they're not gonna bring out fucking Stone Cold because he's too much of a draw. So you got to go back in the pool like to an '80s star, like it's Greg the Hammer Valentine. You all remember him, right? No,
right?
he was a mid-card heel that nobody really liked that much.
But again, like I said, I do enjoy from a fan perspective. I do enjoy the chaos the roulette wheel adds to a show. Some of my very favorite Raws are the Raw Roulette episodes, and I was kind of disappointed that we didn't have a Raw Roulette on Raw. We had Sin City SmackDown, but it's okay. It's okay. We do start off the night with a Daniel Bryan slow. I mean, we're not even cooking Daniel Bryan as a heel right now. We're smoking Daniel Bryan as a heel. Okay,
You know,
it's
I actually want to say something about Daniel Bryan. Not about this promo in specific, but just Daniel Bryan in general. Remember a year ago when he lost the United States title to Sheamus, and his entire promo for setting up a rematch was, do you maybe want to have a match at WrestleMania with me? And now he's doing shit like this. What a difference a year makes. Holy shit.
yeah. What a difference, learning a style and getting comfortable with who you are, with well, literally the new you, because
It's more like what they give you.
yeah, getting comfortable with what you. I mean, that's literally. I mean, it's a very awesome turnaround. But again, this is a very slow and low heel turn they're doing on Daniel Bryan. It's becoming very obvious that they're starting to turn him heel. But wow, this is just. I mean, it's like smoking pulled pork. If you do it right, if you do it low and slow, that pork is going to come out delicious. And I think this heel turn is going to come out delicious.
Yes.
But yeah, he cuts his promo and he basically puts over how Big Show is not really sorry about AJ and he's a bastard.
Those are crocodile tears.
Yeah, he doesn't really care. He's just putting on a show for everyone.
He just quit.
Yeah. It was a damn good promo. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Intensity and everything, and the crowd booed him to fuck.
That's another thing. He is over as fuck with the crowd as a heel.
Yeah, he really. I mean, he was over as a face, but now that they've started this, the crowd's getting behind him as a heel. It's awesome, and I kind of wish they could try this for John Cena, but I know it won't work.
He's gonna embrace the hate, dude. I can feel it. He's really gonna embrace the hate.
We all wish.
I don't, because this would be the worst heel turn ever.
Anyways, so after Bryan basically says, I'm not afraid of Mark Henry, I'm not afraid of Big Show, I just want Big Show to quit because, you know what, he's going to hurt somebody. I'm just looking out for everybody else. I don't care if he hurts me, but if he hurts somebody else, I'm going to just lose it. And, yeah, that's the gist of that promo. So we go to the back where a Las Vegas style party is going on, and Teddy Long is with Oksana. Surprisingly, I can't really remember this. Were there any saxophones with Oksana?
Not at this point in the show, but later.
Okay, good. So Cody Rhodes comes out and he's like, "Man, I can't believe Goldust was in a Las Vegas Showgirls match. Why do you think that was on the wheel to begin with, you idiot?" Anyways, go ahead. Just talk. Are you gonna talk or spin? I'm gonna spin, and it will be good. And it landed on player's choice. All right, choose your next opponent for your match. And he points at his big Zeke Jackson. And it's like, no, not him.
Wait, hang on. Before we move on with this, I got a comment about Zeke Jackson. I know we were all making the Ahmed Johnson 2.0 jokes about him, but now he's growing his hair out. I think I finally figured out who he looks like.
Tony Atlas.
Ron Simmons 2.0.
Yes. I've actually made that. I've actually commented to the fiance about the fact that, hey, look, it's Ron Simmons. So are we going to get a damn off at some point? Damn.
Zeke Jackson doesn't talk for good reason.
After he left, after the APA, fired Ron Simmons and then brought him back. Either did Ron Simmons. Anyways, it's going to be Hornswoggle versus Cody Rhodes and.
Well, we skipped over a bit because after he pushes aside his Zeke Jackson, the camera zooms in on Santino, and he just innocently looks up and then points to his left, and he's like, "No, this guy," and it's Hornswoggle. That was fun.
Looks like all Troll's luck has run out.
But so we're gonna have we're gonna face Hornswoggle, eh? Nope, it's the Cape Town werewolf who apparently likes leprechauns.
Yes.
He runs down to the ring and says, you're gonna take someone on who's your own size, or would you rather do a Vegas?
He's not Australian, he's South African.
I know, I can't do a good South African voice. Diplomatic immunity. That's the extent of my South African accent. And Rhodes is like, yeah, it's gonna be non-title. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then Booker T throws a bitch fit.
Yeah. I don't really care. I'm over the whole Booker T Cody Rhodes feud. I'm done with it. I don't want it to ever happen again because it's pretty much
probably over, and it's the only way it's going to continue is through Goldust coming back.
Yeah, and that's probably going to be where will lead to. But you know what?
At WrestleMania.
At WrestleMania, it's going to be the Rose Boys taking on each other for the Intercontinental title. And baby, it's going to be great. I love it. I also love that Jack Swagger.
Bring back Dusty on commentary.
Yeah, and I want Dusty on commentary for that. I love Dusty. I love Cody. I love both my boys equally, but I love that Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger, he's so dreamy. He's like the American dream. Woo! Don't ask me why. Cody Rhodes and Justin Gabriel put on a very nice match. Cody Rhodes wins with the Crossroads, and according to my results, the 1-star match, or whatever.
It wasn't that great.
It wasn't 1 star. Anyways, we go to the back, and Mark Henry is going.
And Mark Henry's complaining like, "Oh, this is the worst concept you ever had." And Teddy says, "Well, are you going to spin the wheel?" No, you spin the wheel, or I'm going to eat you.
It's your idea. You spin it.
And it lands on lumberjack match.
Because the WWE loves those matches.
Well, they did have a pay-per-view named after it. In Your House 2. Something Lumberjacks.
That was in Your House. Anyway, so and apparently we actually had a spin because now we've got a tornado tag team match with the Usos versus Epico and Primo. With I don't really give a care about Epico and Primo.
If Booker T had that toy with him.
Oh God. What is that toy? It's like the tornado.
Extreme something.
And basically
Extreme
the whole
tornado
that you can set up figures in the ring, and then you can spin one of them around, and it'll just clothesline people.
Yeah. I think you can spin like multiple things. I don't know what the fuck it is. Basically, Booker T doesn't even know how to use the damn thing, so he makes it look even worse than it already is. And speaking of the toy, this match only happened because of the toy.
Oh, and by the way, the results I have don't mention the toy at all.
Oh no.
Whatever, but how long has it been since we've seen a tornado tag match in WWE?
Probably since the last TLC tag match.
I can't even count those because it's a TLC tag match.
Something that's not another gimmick.
Right. Yeah, it's been a long time. I do like tornado tag matches because it's fast paced and everything, but
it allows for more double team moves frequently.
Yeah, it does, and we really need to have more. But anyways, Epico and Primo win because Rosa Mendez started dancing, and the Usos were like, "Those hips."
Damn.
It's kind of silly the way that they win though, because the Usos are in control, and one of them goes to the outside, and Rosa just starts screaming gibberish at one of them. They tried to put over that she's screaming in Spanish. That wasn't Spanish.
It might be. She speaks really fast. Yeah, I don't know. She's from Latin America.
I'm not saying she can't speak Spanish, but that wasn't Spanish.
She was speaking it like one of those slutty Spanish people.
Okay.
I don't know.
Me gusta, me gusta, me gusta. Okay, we get it. You like.
Okay. She was. I can tell you, she was a model in Czechoslovakia. If that helps. Or like the Czech Republic. That's right. Czechoslovakia doesn't exist anymore.
Anyways, we have a video package that we're going to see Daniel Bryan versus the Mark Henry in a lumberjack match, and then we're going to see Sheamus taking on Wade Barrett in a match stipulation to be announced. Comeback commercial. It's time for footage of last year's historic Royal Rumble. 40 men enter, and only one wins it.
Really? That's how like all of them go, except for the 40 men thing. One winner.
Yeah.
But Teddy Long is backstage with Oksana, and she's telling him about how she.
And we did have the saxophone music for this.
Because they just keep yanking, and money comes out.
And Teddy Long looks like his heart is about to explode.
I really wish
Max can have hot.
Anyways, Sheamus comes in and says, "Oi, fella, looks like you hit the jackpot." And Oksana spins the wheel, and it's time for a tables match. And Sheamus is okay with this. Not that he has much of a choice, because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah.
Except for STDs. Those leave.
Well, hangover joke.
But now we've got Brodus Clay.
Yay.
Funk is on a roll.
Somebody call his mama. Somebody call his mama. And he's going to be in a dance with Vicky Guerrero.
Well, to be honest, if you're going to do a dance-off, really a character like Brodus Clay fits.
Yeah.
And apparently Vicky Guerrero cuts a nice little promo by saying, "I'm going to show you all of you how I shake my thing. I wiggle when I walk, and I jiggle when I groove, and I can make it sizzle with my moves. And that is for shizzle. Kick my music." And then she proceeds to do the Elaine dance.
I didn't know.
Yeah, her dance was like having a seizure.
I didn't know it was possible for someone to dance worse than me. Vicky came close.
And of course, the crowd decides on Brodus Clay as the winner, and Vicky sells this like she's just been told someone shot her dog.
Right.
She gets on the mic and starts crying.
And then
Yeah,
Regal
but
comes out.
But before we get to William Regal part and all this,
Well, I guess the segment was over thought,
Brodus,
but William Regal increases the segment by 100-fold.
just by being there. No, Brodus Clay doesn't dance. Just so everybody is clear on this, Brodus Clay doesn't dance. He's just there to give something for Naomi and Cameron to be frames for. And really, that's my only criticism, because he don't dance. And but go on with William Regal.
He would have won anyway, but William Regal came out and he gives the greatest insult that a Englishman can by telling the crowd not to mock this buxom wench. and then he busts a move.
And then Brodus
Keep it classy, Regal.
Brodus Clay runs him over.
Brodus Clay called him, said was he going to dance or was he going to be a funky chicken, which sounded like fucky chicken.
To which he proceeded to strut
He
over
also used William Regal's default insult. If you ever listen to a William Regal promo, he always calls him Sunshine.
Listen here, Sunshine. I'm no funky chicken, but I'm gonna get down. Now play my music.
And he starts to dance,
and
then William Regal proceeds to get down.
He just runs
Regal
over,
the house down.
and he picks up the mic, and he's like, "My bad," and he dances.
Somebody call his mom. Time to dance. Somebody call his mama. Somebody call my mama. Anyways, it's Wade Barrett versus Sheamus in a tables match. And it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, say what you want.
Some little piece of shit FCW reject shows up.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, Jinder.
Jinder shows up. That was just you know what? Up till then, my fiance actually managed to find me some footage of pre-WWE Sheamus and Wade Barrett with Drew McIntyre on commentary, and these two know how to work with one another. They work fairly well with one another, and yeah, this match does end when Jinder Mahal comes down for the distraction. Sheamus knocks him off the apron, and Wade Barrett drives him through the table for the win. And afterward, Jinder Mahal tries to put Sheamus through another table, but instead eats the broke kick and then gets himself speared. The table gets destroyed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was just yeah.
It happened. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I still don't want to see Jinder Mahal and Sheamus because, well, why the fuck do I want to see Jinder Mahal when I could
before Sheamus started feuding with Wade Barrett, Sheamus probably should have had a world title shot because he had not lost in like 6 months.
Yeah, but do winning streaks actually matter in the WWE?
No. Doesn't
matter. Are you telling me wins and losses don't matter like in a certain dead promotion bought by WWE?
Well, anyways, we get another commercial, and then we get our next match, which is Ted DiBiase against Hunico, or Hunico. I'm sorry, I mispronounced that. And we get the did they show the wheel spinning? I imagine they had to because
yes, they did.
Oh, they did?
And it's a flag match, which they put over has never happened on SmackDown before. I don't know if that's true, but either way, I don't care.
They've had like 2 flag matches in the history of WWE. I know one was at the Canadian Stampede, and that was at a pay-per-view. In Your House Canadian Stampede. Which is actually an excellent match. You should watch it.
But, yeah, flag match.
Flag team match.
Meh.
Yeah.
I mean, Hunico's nothing special anymore. This match is just very meh.
It happened.
Yeah.
Ted
I
won.
didn't speak.
Yeah, Ted won.
Big surprise.
He waves his little
DiBiase
flag in
wins.
his... What's up with his
Um,
orange outfit? That's what I want to know.
It's supposed to be like cows or something. Even though he's from like Mississippi or built from there, he's like apparently repping Texas. I don't get it.
DiBiase?
Yeah.
Huh.
He's like I can't remember what is Mississippi, but it's like Mississippi.
All right.
'Cause I know Cody's built from Marietta, Georgia, but Ted
Yeah,
is
I don't
Ted's
know.
built from somewhere in Mississippi or
But he was
Alabama.
built from West Palm Beach.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
He's built from Mississippi.
He's built from somewhere. Anyways, this match
From somewhere in
happened.
the South that isn't Texas.
Yeah, it's Ted DiBiase kicking ass, taking names, and wins the flag match,
Well,
and
I don't know.
everybody
Mike
goes
was trying to.
happy. That.
Okay.
So moving on.
He's built from Madison, Mississippi, or West Palm Beach, Florida. He's built from both.
Okay, whatever. Moving on. We get a backstage segment, and Daniel Bryan is talking to Caitlyn. Foreshadowing? I don't know.
Daniel Bryan's talking to all them sluts.
And then we get the Raw rebound. Don't care. And next we have Teddy. Drew McIntyre. And he's ready for his next weekly humiliation. And
He was fired this match, wasn't he?
Yeah.
No. Basically, Teddy says that he fires him during this, and then Santino comes in and he's like, "Oh, everyone thought my win over Drew last week was a fluke, so I want a rematch." And Teddy agrees, and they spin the wheel, and it's a blindfold match because these are always a draw.
Well, here's the thing. In TNA, this would be taken seriously. In the WWE, it's used in a comedy segment. You know,
Yeah.
where it should be.
Spin the wheel, make the deal.
Yeah, pretty much. Santino and McIntyre get blindfolded, and Santino also has to put one over the Cobra.
That was pretty funny, and it's also kind of funny because he almost hits Little Nate Charles Robinson several times in this match. And because he's doing the thing where he's pointing all around, like, oh, is he over here? And the crowd's chanting. Is he over here? The crowd's chanting. Is he over here? He points at the referee, and the crowd just starts going, "Go for it! Go! Hit him! Hit him!"
Lil Nate's just worked the match. He knows how to.
Robinson.
He knows how to work. I saw him in WCW. He worked the match with Flair. He knows what's up. He's drumming.
That would be me typing.
We'll stop it.
Oh.
Anyways,
I put shit off.
Yeah, it's a fairly funny match. McIntyre takes his blindfold off while the ref is distracted and tries to kick Santino in the head, but he misses, and Santino gets a lucky shot with the Cobra, pins him 1, 2, 3, and God knows what else it can do to bury McIntyre at this point.
They're doing one of these stupid losing streak gimmicks, which has never worked to get anyone over, especially since nobody fucking liked Drew before.
Yeah. Anyways, so time for a lumberjack match, guys. And do we even have to say how this is actually going to end?
Yes.
Okay. This ends in a no. This match is Daniel Bryan, doing his damnedest to stay away from Henry. And Daniel Bryan's also screaming at the lumberjacks not to touch him when he's on the apron, which is true because if he's on the apron, they can't touch him. Once he gets out of the ring, then they can pick him up and tear him apart.
Well, the apron is not in the ring.
No. It's been stated that they have to be completely outside of the ring on the ground And even then, you're only supposed to pick them back up and throw them back in. But if they're heels, they'll always kick their asses.
Yeah, pretty much. This match ends in a no contest. Wait a second here.
Yeah.
This seems to be a running theme with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So there is one thing I do want to point out, because it basically descends into anarchy when Bryan picks a fight with the Lumberjacks, and Mark Henry somehow gets outside of the ring, and there's like 10 guys surrounding Mark Henry trying to pick him back up, and Mark Henry doesn't do shit, but everyone flies backwards like they were shot out of a cannon.
Well,
And
Mark Henry really can't
moved at
work.
all.
He's still nursing a groin injury.
Yeah. Speaking of
Yeah, but like,
groin
That
injuries,
he's in that ring is kind of an amazing thing.
But like, he doesn't even flip his arm up. Like, everyone just decided to, at that point, just back off.
he must have farted or something. Anyway, so we get a Royal Rumble.
Also, there was a sexual chocolate chant during this.
Yeah.
Well, that's become common in Mark Henry matches. People just like chanting that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
This anarchy descends into a Royal Rumble type situation with Sheamus actually coming out on top most of the time, and Bryan goes, "Okay, bye. You guys have fun doing that. I'm gonna go nurse my very flexible girlfriend back to health." And as he's going past the girl position, Long's like, "What's the matter with you, playa? What you doing? You know what? You
Well, no, I like how Bryan kind of tried to turn around and was like, "What do you mean? What was that? What was that? That just happened out there? You gonna let this happen to me?" Like,
Well,
it's Teddy Long's fault somehow.
You know what, playa?
Because he's put him in 3 title matches for 3 consecutive weeks.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Daniel Bryan on this. He has not taken a break with title defenses since he won the damn thing. But Teddy Long has a solution for Daniel Bryan getting out of matches. He's gonna have a World Heavyweight Championship match at the Royal Rumble. It's gonna be Mark Henry versus The Big Show versus Daniel Bryan in a steel cage match, and that's how we end SmackDown.
Yep. So.
You know what? Okay, Daniel Bryan's going to be in a steel cage. There's no way for AJ to get run over. There's no way for him to walk away out of the match. And it's got 2 guys. One guy who's actually injured, and if reports are true, Big Show's injured.
I could give my thought. I could give my predictions on how this match would end, but I think we should save that for next week's show.
Yeah.
Are you on next week's show?
As a matter of fact, I am.
Lucky you.
Yeah. So, guys, that was SmackDown. That was Raw. And let's give our what gets more screen time than John Morrison?
Yep, John Morrison.
All right, I'll go first. Kane's boiler room setup where he gives his cryptic promos gets more screen time than John Morrison.
That doo-doo head Jinder Mahal gets more screen time than John Morrison.
That's a crime against nature.
Caitlyn got more screen time than John Morrison.
Brodus Clay sexually harassing JTG gets more screen time than John Morrison.
I didn't like John Morrison.
Well, good for you.
Bro, you're the heel of this show. We get it. You can stop trying.
No, I'm just saying the guy screwed up his career for a dumb woman. What an idiot.
Fair enough.
All right, fair enough. Anyways,
okay.
Anyways, the dark match. And on that note, we must leave you.
Yes.
But I don't want to go.
Well, we have to go because some of us have other things to do. Like, eat dinner, sleep.
You eat food?
Yeah, it's kind of it's that weird thing about me being, a human being and everything. Anyways, good night and good luck. I'm Ironbite.
I'm Backlash.
I'm Mega Fighter Free.
And I'm the Arrow. I'm still better
Play
than all
the
these schmucks.